So this question is all about the process of fractional distillation. It says hydrocarbon fuels are produced from crude oil. Describe how crude oil is separated into fractions. So it's this whole process that's going on here in the diagram below. So the first thing that happens is this crude oil goes into a furnace and is heated to very high temperatures, where most of it vaporizes into gas and it gets fed into this fractionating column. Now, because most of it is vaporized to gas, most of it starts to rise. Some of it is not vaporized to gas, it remains as liquid and it flows to the bottom and it's collected at the bottom as bitumen. The rest of it goes up this fractionating column. So first, let's explain what we've said so far. The crude oil is vaporized and is fed into the fractionating column. Next, this fractionating column isn't a small column. This is like the size of a tower. So what you have inside of it is a temperature gradient. This whole column is heated at the very bottom and it's very hot here. But as you go up, there's a temperature gradient. So that means it goes from being very hot to the very top where it's much cooler. This temperature gradient is very important because these different components in the crude oil start rising, and as it gets cooler, they start to condense based on their boiling points. Some of their boiling points are very high, so they condense very low, but some of their boiling points are much lower, so they won't condense until they're at a much higher point in the fractionating column where it's much cooler. So the next mark here is to mention there is a temperature gradient in the fractionating column. And then for the next 2 marks, this causes the vapor to condense into fractions depending on the boiling point of the fraction. That's how you get 4 marks there.